Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here, my Super Bowl 52 review for this Sunday, February the 4th, 2018, taking place from the U.S. Bank Stadium, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Well, I haven't made like a attack sports the last few months, so I have watched the NFL season. I did a little self-imposed boycott throughout the later first half of the season. After the first couple games, my dad had a little boycott after the whole political BS. But like many others, came back for the playoffs. And now I came back for SB, my first big football video in a while. And the game itself, with two teams that some people love and most people hate. So it was an interesting game, I'll say that much, between, of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, appearing in the first Super Bowl since 2005. Ironically, against the Patriots, who were their opponents tonight, who are going to be trying to be the first team since themselves to go back-to-back after winning it last year against Atlanta Falcons. There was some questionable stuff. Yeah, wigged commits. But at the end of the day, a bird didn't blow a lead like another bird team did last year, like the Falcons did. An eagle flew high. I had Patriot stuff, but I got this. I'm going to pull this out because they're in it. So, congrats to them for a big game, tough game, very exciting. Some memeable moments, some good moments there in the game itself. When it comes to the non-football related activities, halftime show, I'll give this much. JT, serviceable. Classy tribute to a certain purple wine. We'll reveal that in a second. But no big surprises. Needed some guests. Others were better. The commercials. There were some that were good, some that were bad, some that were in between. I'll say this. Tied for the win. This is not a Tide ad. So, I do like I always do when I do these Super Bowl reviews. Review the game first, then thoughts on the halftime performance, and then the commercials. Let's start with the game first. First half, a little slow going, but I got really excited in the first quarter. Eagles had the ball first. They did get a field goal to begin the game. But the first TD, I think they both had field goals to begin with. Both exchange field goals for the first drives of their game, and then bang, first TD went to Eagles. That great pass from Nick Folk. They were the kings of third down conversions tonight. A lot of third down conversions. I think this was a third or fourth down conversion. Big long pass to Alshon Jeffrey, a former Bear. So I got to cheer him on because I am a former fan of the Bears. So I'm glad to see he got a TD there. And then the Pats answered back with their TD in the second quarter. After driving the end of the first, they got the first touchdown for them. Before another goal from the Eagles got through. So, Eagles were scoring a little bit in the first half, more than the Pats did. There were some good moments in the first half, like some memorable moments. There was I think Cooks was trying to jump somebody before he got hurt in a concussion, helmet to helmet. That was vicious. Surprised that play wasn't tossed out, the one that did it for the Eagles. Cooks was going for a jump. He got caught in a position for a powerbomb position. He got spine tackled down. All my wrestling fans were memeing it the hell with a table spot. I thought that was funny. They were memeing it. You know what I mean? I knew it. I knew my wrestling fans would be memeing. I thought the same thing when I saw that spot when Cooks jumped it turned into a powerbomb. It was it's a wrestling thing. So then you had two quarterback sneaks try to throw it to themselves. One failed miserably. One succeeded epically. I think it was the Brady one that was first. They were doing a sneak play. I think Lions did it once. They had a little sneak play to make the quarterback touch a score at TD. But Brady had a hurt hand that he suffered before the AFC Championship game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he had a tape on it. He didn't have a tape tonight. But he was trying to do a fake play to toss it to himself. Amendola was trying to toss it in his hand. Barely touched it. He dropped it. People were memeing that all night, especially with the trophy coming out of his hands. But Nick Foles tried the same thing for himself, and he got a touchdown. So, one play worked. The Eagles' quarterback pass worked. The pass failed miserably. So that's gonna interesting. They both did and the Lions did it first. I was on social media throughout the evening. All Lions fans were like, "We did it first." So, but at the half, it was 22-12. Eagles were dominant in the first half. Even getting they did have one interception in the first half. Foles did throw an interception. I forgot what happened with it. Did that get like a... Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did anything significant happen out of that interception when Foles threw it? I think it was like in the second quarter he threw an interception. Yeah, that was a long... It was trying to go long, and that was an interesting turnover there. So, yeah, so let's... Yeah. Look at the stats here. I don't think Eagles had anything right there. There was not many falling out. There was a few penalties, I guess, questionable ones, many people's eyes. But after the half, the Pats had the ball back, and everyone was looking at the score. It was like 22-12. Eagles scored a lot of touchdowns in that first half, especially a couple in the second. And everyone's like, "Oh, this could happen again." Falcons, remember that? They had a lead last year and a half, and of course, Patriots wore back. Patriots did try to war back as Gronk 87 was the star of the third quarter. The first drive, he had a great couple plays that make the drive great, and he did get a touchdown. So he had 2 touchdowns in the day. Touchdown in the third and in the fourth. So Gronk ruled all. But then the Eagles came flying upon the punt back with some interesting touchdown passes. 2 touchdown passes. 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. They were both mauled by controversy. Pass or no pass? Catch or no catch? NFL did say they're going to try to fix the fair catch rule, and that conversation was tossed up in the middle of the third quarter after a terrific TD with a guy, I think, who was it? That was in the third quarter. That got the TD for Philly. I think it was, I think it was Clement. Yeah, that was it, Clement. Yeah, Clement had a great touchdown reception. I guess his feet almost touched the white, and then he lost control a little bit. That was a very questionable catch. A lot of people, that's a talk. The fair catch rule, they're going to fix it, but I think a lot of people knew this fair catch controversy would be brought up eventually in the game. It was in the third and the fourth with the final TD for Philly by Zach Ertz. He had it. Great throw from Foles to him. And he had control and fumbled out. And Pittsburgh fans were kind of pissed because they had a similar pass like that during the game against New England back in December that was called a non-touchdown. And this was called a TD. And people were saying, "Oh, the Eagles are paying the refs today." There was some questionable no calls, a couple pass interference flags that didn't get called on. Yeah, of course, Eagles had the most flags. 6 penalties, 35 yards lost, and of course, Pats only got flagged once. And everyone would be like, "Oh no, refs are rigging the game! Rigged the game, rigged!" But the Eagles did not give up. They didn't let the refs ruin the game. Like I said, there was a questionable calls, but refs were on their side. Calling their TDs legal. And of course, the play of the game, as the fourth quarter finding out, the Pats were trying to roll back. And then Brady, when he had problems of his own, with his hand fumbling a missed catch to himself, he was trying to throw it, and he got the ball fumbled out of his hand. The only second of the game was in the fourth quarter. And the only turnover against New England was that crucial one. The ball tossed out of his hands, catch by Philly, and that set up the last field goal. It was a tough game. Exciting game. No matter which team won, everyone would be pissed. Like, the Eagles fans would be like, refs win the game against the Pats. The refs won again. But most people don't like the Philly fans. So, you got two fan bases that alienate many people. The two most polarizing fan bases, you think a bunch of Roman Reigns fans. Or Cena fans. Or anti-Cena, wrestling references. But, anywho, Eagles got the victory. And, trying to figure out who won MVP. I think Foles did pretty well in the game. Of course, coming in late in the season after their MVP worthy guy, Wentz got injured. By the way, the MVP of the regular season curse continues. Brady is once again a quarterback that won the MVP, but lost the Super Bowl. That trend continues tonight. Last couple of years, if you're a quarterback on a Super Bowl team and you win the MVP award for the regular season, that's a curse for you're losing the next day. And that's exactly what happened. So, there you go. So, congrats to the Eagles. Fun game, tough game. So, there you go. I thought it was a good game last year, too. But Pats tried to come back, but like most of their pass attempts and a fumble, sort of stuff failed miserably. Now, on to my thoughts on the halftime show with Justin Timberlake. A lot of people are interested about this. This is JT's third appearance in a halftime show. The first as a full-on headliner. First time he was in the Super Bowl, he was with NSYNC as part of their group, and they were with Aerosmith, Britney Spears, and a few other guests. And of course, Justin's last Super Bowl appearance was that infamous Super Bowl appearance at Super Bowl 38 with Janet Jackson. And then, no one remembers who else was in the halftime show. Nelly was in it. Ken Rock was in it. A few other people were in it, but mostly people remember it from being the Janet Justin Nipplegate Poopla. So when Justin was named the halftime show, a lot of people was expecting some big guests and a flashy show. Spoiler alert, there were no guests. Justin was the second halftime headliner in a row to not use any guests. Gaga didn't need any guests, and she did fine. She had a little flash. But I think JT needed the star power. He needed a guest. He was serviceable. You know what I mean? He performed well. Maybe he only did one new song. Filthy. I hate that song. I hate Filthy. It's not fun. It's not dancey. It's nothing. I did listen to some of his new album that came out on Friday, Man of the Woods. I do like Midnight Summer Jam. That's like the best song I've heard from that record. That's fun. A fun record. Not sexy, not stupid, not balladry, but fun. He started out in like a little VIP area before going on. He had a little bit of a I think we all knew he was going to do a medley of his solo hits. Too bad it was like no NSYNC moments or no Janet moment. But the second song, right after Filthy, was Rock Your Body. I was wondering if he was going to be allowed to perform that song, because that was the song that was the hoopla with, having naked body. And this song, as he was ending the song, he was getting to that line. He was getting to that, gonna have you naked body end of this song. Right before that line was like, gonna be sung, Justin stopped the song. He's like, no way. So it was kind of a funny callback to that infamous moment by not singing that line. He had a little snippet of Senorita before going on to Sexy Back. Like the sound mix was good. There was a backing track. Justin did not lip sync. He had a backing track. And of course, live band. It was noisy at times, but the mix was just right for most of that performance. So then after that, snippet of Sexy Back, like he danced beautifully. You know, it was choreographed. You know, the stage was simple but effective, but there was no flash or oomph to it. You know, it's just a serviceable performance. We knew Justin could dance. We knew he can sing. He needed to bring more to this performance than just sing and dance. He needed more flash and needed some guests. Some people do need guests, some people don't. I thought Bruno Mars needed the Chili Peppers back in 2014. At the end of the day, he didn't need the Chili Peppers. Bruno headlined by himself. He didn't need anybody else. Chili Peppers were not necessary at the end of the day. So, you know, Bruno had a limited catalog at the time. As a headliner, I thought he needed the guests. At the end of the day, he didn't need the Chili Peppers. So then JT slowed it down. After doing Sexy Back and a little bit of Cry Me a River, he went on to Song I Forgot He Did, Until the End of Time, wearing his best camo suit outfit that was modeled by Bob Ross, painted by Bob Ross, the painter dude. You know, his new album's called Men of the Woods. So it's trying to be all woodsy and woodsy with his camo outfit. So he was playing the piano, and at this point, there was a Prince tribute. Now, I'm a big Prince guy, and there's a lot of reports flying about Justin having a hologram of Prince. There was no hologram. Before I talk about the Prince tribute, I think I need an outfit change. Yeah, I need an outfit change. Quickly. Yeah. There's a song that he did. I Would Die For You. He had Prince's vocals isolated, and he had a big white sheet with Prince's face on it. Now, it wasn't a hologram, like a lot of people were suspecting to be a hologram. And it was just an image of Prince, of some of his old performances, including a clip of him performing Super Bowl halftime in 2007, which was many considered the best halftime show ever. And at the end, I saw him like lit up the city in purple outside. I didn't know until later. I saw it later. It was like they were lighting the city in the Prince symbol. That was a classic tribute. And a lot of my Prince fans, I'm a member of a lot of Prince groups on Facebook. A lot of mixed reception from the Prince community. Especially Justin had a little beef with Prince about if Sexy Never Left, and why is everybody on my shit, a line from his song Give It To Me with Timbaland that mentioned Prince saying Sexy Never Left when Sexy Back came out. So, but there was some mutual respect there. There was some little beef, but that's why some fans were against Justin doing a tribute. And of course, Justin had a party at Paisley on Thursday, I think, for his birthday, and a listening party for his album, Men of the Woods. He treated it fairly, you know. He had a soundstage cleared. And I wasn't at soundstage. I toured Paisley Park. An amazing experience. And I got this shirt from Minnesota. Now, I do have other Prince shirts, but I wanted to wear this my only purple Prince shirt that I have. That's kind of cool. It's Wrecka Stone Day shirt. Search up Under the Cherry Moon, Wrecka Storm, you'll get it. It's a funny part of that film. So it's cool that it was like, in my mind, my opinion, classic tribute. No hologram, thank God, because we've seen the Michael hologram. Okay. So it was classy. Then went on to the finale. Happy You Picked the Right Song, Can't Stop the Feeling, with the most memorable moment of the entire thing. It was cool. Justin went up to the stands. I don't see anybody do that. And any halftime show, like, well, since Michael. I think Michael did it when he was doing We Healed the World. He sung from the stands. But I think JT was one of the first in a while to really go up to the stands and sing. What was funny, memorable moments was him going to go up to a kid, trying to get a selfie with him. His kid could not give two shits about him. He's probably thinking, I thought you were Justin Bieber. So that was a funny little moment there that everyone's talking about. The kid is the new Left Shark. You know what I mean? The Left Shark and Katy Perry's performance was like the most memorable theme of that entire performance. And now, here, Left Shark. Sorry, I just found a shark magnet flying around. I was like, hey, perfect time to beam it. Left Shark. So the new Left Shark is that kid with the phone. that gonna give two shits about being pitching with Justin Timberlake. So, anyway, like I said, the performance was good, but it wasn't great. He didn't do anything special. He just sang and danced, and performed the kind of a Western medley of his greatest hits. There was no oof, there was no flash. I forgot to, before he did Can't Stop the Feeling, he did Mirrors. I was never a fan of that song, but it was decent live. The staging for that was cool with the people holding mirrors. Like, the staging was cool. The dancing was great. The dance breakdown during Cry Me a River was great. But it could have done more. You could have had more flash into it. Some special guests to really oof it up. He needed some special guests. He needed that NSYNC reunion. 5 years ago when Beyonce did her show, which I wasn't a fan of. Madonna kicked her ass the year before. She had that. She shot reunion. But we didn't see an NSYNC one. Like, we thought Justin was going to lie. When you say something's not going to happen, you're just lying. It is going to happen. Like when Ronda Rousey says, "Oh, I'm not going to be at the Royal Rumble." No, I'm flying to Columbia. Yeah, she was at the Rumble. So I thought they were going to pull a Rousey and lie about NSYNC, saying, "Oh, we're not coming. Oh, we all here." We lied, but that wasn't the case. Actually, someone kept their word for once. Rousey didn't keep her word about not being in the Rumble. She was in the Rumble. Royal Rumble wrestling event. And then Justin Timberlake and NSYNC's like, "Oh, there is no NSYNC performance going to happen, Super Bowl," and they kept their word. So a lot of people were pissed about. I was on social media after. A lot of people were disappointed about no NSYNC appearance, but some people are not happy about no Janet Jackson appearance either. But again, like we do, because that ruined their career. And JT's career never got harmed from that. So there you go. So that's my thoughts on the halftime show. Now it's time for the last part of this review, the commercials. There were some great ones. Not a lot of great ones. There were some good ones and some in between. Best ad of the night for me, Tide for the win. Oh God, that was like the most clever ad of the entire evening. It's a Tide ad. You think you see a commercial for a beer? Think you see a commercial for a car? No, you see the Tide ad because everything's so clean. And throughout the evening, there was like these like fake commercials you thought were like that the Old Spice guy writing all. It's like, oh, it's an Old Spice commercial. No, it's a Tide ad. That's going to meme. Like, everything's a Tide ad. Especially with the timing's peculiar about this happening with Tide having one of the best ads in Super Bowl and most clever and funny ads they went on throughout the evening. They had the one big Tide ad that throughout the evening, like, they were like, oh, it's a Tide ad. They're like, Mr. Clean? No, it's a Tide ad. Even some commercial I thought was going to be just a Tide ad wasn't. Like, there was a Jeep commercial. It was like, oh, it's a Tide ad. No, it's not. That's going to be the in-joke. Everything's a Tide ad. It's the new Rusev Day. Every day is Rusev Day. That's a wrestling thing. And every ad is a Tide ad. Rusev Day. Tide ad. Oh, happy Rusev Day for my wrestling fans who watch football stuff. But anyway, that's like the most clever thing was the Tide ad. Throughout the evening, it's a Tide ad. That was funny. Very clever. Very innovative. One of those clever things because most of the commercials aim towards emotional stuff. Some politicalness. Try to make things all emotional. Don't cry their horses. Fail! So that's why I like the Tide commercials. Those are my favorites. Of all the movie trailers that aired, a lot of movie trailers. Star Wars 1 with the prequel, the Han Solo story that's been talked about for a while, ever since Disney bought out Lucasfilm and all that. Good looking trailer. A lot of Disney stuff. Disney owned, like Lucasfilm and of course a Marvel film. That Avengers film looks pretty good with all the people, including the first Avengers appearance for the Guardians of the Galaxy and the soon-to-be released Black Panther is going to be in this film as well. I haven't seen any of the Avengers films. I've seen like some of the side films, like most of the Iron Man films. And I get most of Iron Man 3 because it was after the first Avengers film. They're mentioning the first Avengers film. I didn't get most of it because I didn't watch the first Avengers film. I haven't seen any Avengers film. I've seen a couple Iron Mans, a couple Spider-Mans, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, not the new ones. And I've seen both Guardians of the Galaxy films. That's all the Marvel movies I've seen. So, there you go. And the Mission Impossible movie needs to die. Other movie trailers that was just okay. Watch movie was okay. The Hurricane, Skyscraper, watch the new movie was okay. Other trailer. Back to the non-movie trailer commercials. That were my favorites. In the great, I have great, bad, and okay. Some great ones besides the tight ads. I did like the M&M's one with Danny DeVito. Like the magical bean turning the red M&M into Danny DeVito. That was kind of funny. The other best commercial was the NFL one with Eli Manning. I hate the Giants with a passion. I hate Eli Manning. He's a pussy. OBJ's good. But their commercial, the Dirty Dancing, that was funny. That was the first commercial I really actually laughed at besides the Time commercials. Like, I was like laughing on my seat. It was an LMFAO commercial. Even down to the left, nobody put OBJ in the corner. So that was a funny commercial as well. The Wham commercials. The first one with We Will Rock You as the song. And paying the fact that the Vikings never made the Super Bowl. Like, what would have happened if the Vikings did make the Super Bowl and become the first host team that have their team in the Super Bowl? You know what I mean? They probably had one ready and the Vikings were in the Super Bowl. But it's one if they lost the NFC Championship game, which they did against the Eagles, and they make the Super Bowl. So, the other Ram commercial was like very controversial. Using an MLK speech to sell cars. Good intention, but bad execution. The combo commercials of Dorito Blaze and Mountain Dew Ice. I saw a preview of the commercial on Facebook. Funny, with Peter Dinklage from Game of Thrones rapping to Busta Rhymes, doing a good job lip syncing with Busta Rhymes in it. And then Morgan Freeman rapping to Get Your Freak On by Missy Elliott. Like I said, that was the only commercial I saw in advance. And it was a funny commercial. Bud Light, Dilly Dilly, the Bud Night. Very, very funny, not clever, but that's over as hell. I bet you. Yeah, Dilly Dilly's the new what's up. It's gonna get over here. Dilly Dilly. And everyone can finally say it. Patriots to the pit of misery. Dilly Dilly. Dilly Dilly. Jeep. The first Jeep commercial was like, it was okay. The second Jeep commercial with Jurassic Park reference with Jeff Goldblum. That was good. Another car commercial I liked, Kia, with Steven Tyler, going backwards and going young. Although a lot of people like old woman Tyler, but I did like that, you know, with Dream On. It was better than his Skittles. I did like his Skittles commercial, but looking back on that Skittles commercial he did for Super Bowl a few years ago, it was lame. This one was better. And I did like, and they both used Dream On. Both Skittles and this commercial used Dream On. And I like the theme of them like going back in time and going back to being young. Great job on the computer graphics there to make them young. That was cool. The Amazon commercial with the Alexa lost her voice in replacement with Cardi B, Anthony Hopkins, and Rebel Wilson. That was funny. Think I had my Alexa unplugged. Well, my brother's girlfriend's Alexa. She leaves it here sometimes. Thank God she left hers. We unplugged it. So Alexa didn't go off. Because sometimes you watch an Alexa commercial when it's on, it goes off. But our Alexa Amazon Echo was unplugged. So, yeah. The Diet Coke commercial sucked. That was probably one of the worst ones of the night was the Coke one and the Black Culture one. Bad execution there. That was stupid. But the Coke commercial with them, like there's a Coke for everybody. That was a great come together story, but not being too political sense. There was some political commercials in there. But this was like it was political, but not in your face. It was subtle and great. Greatly executed by Coke. Hyundai. Like there's a lot of emotional commercials. They're going for that emotional. Like, it's like the Grammys. Most of the Grammys like, oh, we're not making you want to dance. We're not making you cry. We're cry. Cancer. Kids cancer. Support kids cancer. I'm gonna make you cry. That's what that Hyundai commercial was. That was okay though. Toyota did that too with the Paralympic commercial. The beginning of the first quarter. Emotional, but hey, it was okay. Sprint commercial with the robots. That was okay. You know, like the robots making fun of the guy. with the phone. Ah ha ha ha. It was like creepy. But I was okay. Um, Turkish Airlines one was like, yeah. The E-Train. I'm 85 and I wanna go home. I'll be tired. That was kind of funny. One, because of the song choice and the parody. The avocado commercial with them in the dome. Like, we don't have chips. We need avocados on chips. Ah! But they're like, avocados are good on everything but chips. But they're like, Wi-Fi's not good. Ah, bring out the dome. So that was kind of a funny one too. Rocket Mortgage with Keegan Michael Key, a Detroit company. Kind of supports Detroit companies. I'm from Michigan, in New Detroit. With him like explaining stuff, like fancy stuff, like yeah, it's just this. It was kind of funny. Like the guy trying to decipher lyrics of "Bounce Back" by Big Sean. He's like, he's down a losing streak, but he's coming up. He's coming back. And then they have Big Sean in the back. That was kind of funny. So I did like that one. I can't read my writing sometimes. WeatherTech was okay. The Michelob beer commercials with Chris Pratt. That was kind of funny. Like the first one, like him like training to be a spokesperson for Michelob, but he gets to the commercial, but he's just an extra. And then later on, you saw the payout with him an extra in the commercial, the real commercial. So that was a cool little callback. You know, good little continuation. He had a lot of those, like the NFL commercial with Eli and OBJ. They were setting up throughout the night before the fourth quarter, and they aired the whole thing with them in the Dirty Dancing. We didn't think it was going to lead up to that, and that was funny. One of the best commercials besides the Tide one. That Louis does one too. Febreze with your blank don't stink. Your shit don't stink. Hey, if USA Network can now have the F word unbleeped, why can ABC unbleep shit? Oh, it was at 9 o'clock. Probably. So, your bleep don't stink. I was gonna like a little weird, funny, like dad joke going, but hey, it was decent. Purcell. They were okay commercial. They couldn't compete with Time when it comes to detergent commercials. The detergent commercials, Tide wins. What do win? The Pepsi commercial that aired before the Justin Timberlake halftime show was good with the callbacks to Pepsi's past, including Britney, but no Madonna commercial. Fuck you for that. No mention. They probably want to erase that Madonna commercial for being mentioned again after they dropped her after the controversy of the Like a Prayer video that aired a couple of days after the commercial. I was only going on 2, but I remembered it as I grew up. So, there you go. The Verizon WAP commercial was like, okay. The Lexus commercial was decent. Budweiser's commercial about cancer, about supporting charities, you know, going for that emotional, cheap pop. But no Clydesdale horses this year. I always look forward to Clydesdale horses. I didn't like the commercial last year, a little political. The timing of it was after Trump got elected. When people were like, we won't drop out. But Democrats, you know, there's it now, huh? The memo. But leave political stuff for later. I don't want to talk politics. There was some politics stuff, but not a lot here. Like, yeah, like Stand By Me. You know, Stand By men and women going through emotional stuff. But no Clydesdale horses. Fail for no Clydesdale horses. I know it took a year off, but we won our Clydesdale horses in Super Bowl 53. So there you go. Kraft Family. Okay. The Spam commercial. Who thought we'd see a Spam commercial in a halftime or any event? And there was a Spam commercial, 2 of them. But Spam stands for shitty plastic all fake meat. That's what I say. But hey. Anywho, it was just the favorite commercial. They were decent. The Monster headphones. I got my Beats. But Monster's a decent company too. They had a lot of celebrities in that, like Iggy Azalea, Joel Perry. Hey, he's like, Steven Tyler, you in a commercial? Fuck you, I'm in one too. So, he was in the Monster headphones. A lot of celebrities in that one. So, I forgot who else was in that commercial. But, Yeah. There was like a couple of TV commercials too, with like Hulu having a commercial for Castle Rock was okay. They had the Cloverfield. I hate horror movies. That was stupid. Westworld, the HBO show. Sorry, I'm not a fan. I didn't like the commercial. It's like, oh, it's a clear world. Then always like this robot shit. Like, if you're a fan of Westworld and are looking forward to the new season, good for you. You get a gold star. But for those of you who don't care, we don't care. You know what I mean? I have HBO Go, but I don't watch shows. You know, the only real scripted show I watch is Modern Family. Everything else is like reality shows and wrestling and cage fighting and football. So there you go. The Groupon commercial. I like Tiffany Haddish, but the commercial was okay. Going for a cheap laugh with the balls hit. And then the Universal Studios commercial with Peyton Manning. Hey, Eli, you have a great commercial. I've been one to, buddy. You know, trying to one up his brother, like Joe Perez trying to one up Steven Tyler for being a Kia commercial. Peyton's commercial was funny with him playing around at Universal Studios. So, but commercials I did not like a lot. Mission Impossible movie commercial, the Cloverfield TV commercial. I mentioned the Diet Coke commercial I didn't like. The Black Culture commercial, that was stupid. Just him on the stage for racial stuff. The bullshit, the stupid commercial. Not racist, but it was stupid. Poorly executed. The Pringles commercial was stupid too. Like, wow. Like, you can mix all these stuff together. That was stupid. The Squarespace commercial was like, yeah. It was like, nothing special. The Crocodile Dundee parody that we thought was a real parody of a real movie coming out. I saw that. I think everyone fell for it being a real movie. I saw that and I was like, that looks stupid. But then we was just a tourism commercial for Australia with Paul Hogan making a cameo. That wasn't bad. It was like, okay. It wasn't one I hated. I hated the build. TurboTax, nothing special about that one, especially into it too. Like, I just think they were bad. That they were just commercials you would see on a regular broadcast, not Super Bowl worthy. Was it in the T-Mobile political commercial? I was sick of the Democratic politics coming into this, man. You're losing. You know, like, but being equal. Like, God, I groaned at that one. So that's bad for being a political commercial that don't need it. That was like the only real in-your-face political commercial besides the Stella Artois commercial with Matt Damon. No political. Fuck those two commercials. Wix, nothing special about that commercial. You can see that on any other broadcast. It wasn't worthy for Super Bowl. Waste of $1 million or $5 million, whatever the fee is now to put a Super Bowl ad. So that's what it was I hated. That I didn't like, really didn't like. So there you go. The Wendy's commercial, I thought I've seen that one before, but that was an okay one as well. You mentioned that. So there goes my thoughts on the game, the halftime show, and the commercials of this year's Super Bowl. Congrats to the Eagles. Sorry to the Pats. I was kind of cheering on the Pats because I'm a Michigan guy. You know what I mean? Brady's a U of M guy, so I support them. But congrats to both teams for a great game. Congrats to Eagles for winning. See what happens next year. Will the Lions make it? Probably not. But hey, if the Cubs can win the World Series, the Lions can win the Super Bowl. But chances that are more slimmer than anything else. Insert joke here. Chance of the Lions winning a Super Bowl or even making a Super Bowl more slimmer than insert joke here, like the Browns making a Super Bowl or something. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you next time. Bye-bye.